price of gold is higher than ever right now. The price of gold this afternoon actually stands at about $3,600 per ounce, and that is sky high compared to where it started at just about $20 an ounce in the 1920s and close to double what it was worth in 2011. Some are hoping to cash in while the rate is good. Owner of Ace Diamond and Jewelry in Boardman, Jim Ekman, is here now to share what trends he's seeing locally. Jim, great to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, we're talking gold, this precious metal. A lot of people, they want to sell it secondhand, or you see them in the estates. A lot of folks have estate sales or estates that they are looking to cash in on. So what's the trend right now? Are you seeing an increase of people selling off the gold?
Actually, no, because most folks have already sold their old gold and scrap gold. It's really peculiar because around 1980, gold hit 850, and that was a big deal, and people flocked to sell their old gold. And since then, till about 2000, gold was like $300 or $400 an ounce, so they could buy more gold, heavy gold. And then when it hit 1,000 in 2008 or 9, you know, they had accumulated all those years, all the gold that mismatched earrings, broken, out of style, whatever. So they cashed it in, and that would have been 08 or 09 was about 1,000 an ounce. Well, since then, it just keeps going up and up and up. So they're not accumulating. Consumers aren't buying a lot of gold. And I think if gold went to 10,000 an ounce next week, I don't think you'd see lines around stores, because when it hit 1,000, they sold it. Anybody that still didn't, when it hit 1,500, 2,000, they wish they had scrap gold left, but very few do right now.
Does it look at as more of like an investment piece right now?
Well, that's great that you brought that up. That's a whole different part of it all. There are people that put away gold, people that now some financial planners recommend 10% of your IRA or other portfolio. Some are higher than that. So there are investors that put away gold and, you know, sit on it for long term, like they would real estate or stocks or anything else. But just the scrap gold, the old gold, people cleaning out their dresser drawer and whatever, that's really, it's really a peculiar situation. They just don't have a lot to sell right now. They wish they did.
Yeah, and I know a lot of folks are cash strapped. We've got inflation still going on. If they're considering selling it, which I'm sure people are still coming to you to do that, what's worth more? Is there a certain item or a way that the gold is put onto the jewelry or the piece that they look at that's worth more than another?
Almost always it's going to be evaluated as if it's 10 or 14 or 18 karat. That's the concentration of gold in the item. And most of it's going to end up at a refinery. Maybe one out of so many pieces, 20, 50, 100 pieces are resellable. But quite honestly, it's hard to sell a heavy gold chain or bracelet because you're talking thousands of dollars, and there just aren't a lot of retail customers for that. So most gold that comes into most stores, pawn shops, coin dealers, precious metal dealers, etc., is probably going to sell for a slight discount to the scrap value.
Okay. What about when I say per ounce price? That just does not reflect then what you're selling?
Oh yeah, it sure does. Yeah, that's when you said 3,600 an ounce. That's for 1 pure ounce of gold. And you know, if something's 14 karat, it's 58.5% pure. So you just do the math and you pay accordingly. An ounce of 14 karat isn't 3,600, but it's going to be somewhere probably half that. I don't know, maybe 1,600, 1,700. And then the dealer will figure out how much weight you have, how much he's got to make, and then he'll offer you accordingly to decide if you want to sell it.
Yeah, we've got holidays coming up. I think a lot of folks are hoping to have cash on hand. If they do want to sell something, where should they go first, in your opinion?
I guess I really don't want to pick favorites. I would say if there's in anything, if there's a concentration, you don't want to go to one neighborhood, one city, and there's just one dealer. I mean, if you could hit 2 or 3 places, you won't have any buyers or sellers remorse. You know, get 2 or 3 offers and take the highest offer, and I think you'd be very safe.
Yeah, very exciting. Yeah, your advice is worth almost more than gold, or maybe more than that. That's what they say. Thank you so much for joining us. I think, you know, if you look ahead, what are you going to watch for in terms of the prices?
I think there's a lot of tailwinds. I think gold should be, you know, if you look at any asset class, real estate or stocks, over time it just keeps creeping up, higher highs, higher lows. That seems to be happening with gold. There's a lot of central bank buying. It's unowned right now. It's being more recommended for portfolios. So I think that, you know, it could go down, but I think more likely it's just going to keep trending up.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Great information.
Thank you.